If you like my dad's videos, please subscribe to QA Insights channel.
Welcome to episode 20 of Performance Engineering series. In this video, we are going to see about how you can get started with Eclipse Jifa. Eclipse Jifa stands for Java Issue Finder Assistant. It is an open source web-based application to troubleshoot your Java apps. It is scalable, easy to use, and easy to deploy, easy to maintain. So this Jifa is from engineers of Alibaba Cloud. They donated the project to Eclipse Foundation. So the architecture is on a high level. The front end will have built using Vue 2.0 and the backend is Eclipse Web.x. And the GC heap dump analysis powered by Eclipse Mat. So this is very high level architecture. And to get started with Jifa, it's pretty simple. You can run it as either as a container, Docker container, or you can follow the master worker pattern for the enterprise features. Also, you can deploy using Kubernetes. For the demonstration purpose, we are going to use master worker pattern so that we can see all the enterprise features. If you are following only the worker pattern, then you will not be able to see all the features. So now in the demo, we are going to deploy Jifa on AWS, and then we are going to launch the UI, and we are going to upload GC log, thread dump, and heap dump, and see how Jifa helps us to find the bottlenecks. Before that, you can check it out my blog article. If you go to qainsights.com, and here on the home page itself, you can see this blog article. So here I have mentioned a step-by-step guide to deploy locally, and also you can follow the features, and all the commands are available here. And if you want to fork the Jifa repo, you can go to github.com/eclipse/Jifa, and then you can just fork it. Again, you can also see the instructions over here. To make the installation process pretty simple, I have created this script. So this is very simple bash script. It will install the JDK, Node.js, npm, Docker dependencies, etc. And then it will just start building the Gradle tasks. So this one I have commented out, line number 18-19. So we are going to see it in the demo. No need to install Gradle. We are going to use Gradle wrapper. So if you are using Gradle wrapper, then no need to install Gradle separately. Everything will be taken care by the Gradle wrapper script. So now let me launch my AWS. So right now I'm in Ohio region, and we are going to create a T2 large instance. If you're using T2 small or T2 micro, then you might not be able to deploy it properly, because I have tried both. It didn't work. I think the Gradle tasks took more time and it needs some power, I guess, because a lot of things happening in the background. So for me, it always crashed if I use the low tier. So in this demo, I'm going to use T2 large. Make sure you have the enough budget in your AWS account, because T2 large is not under free tier. So now just launch your console and click on the launch instances. So here, if you see, AWS is deploying the new launch wizard. So I'm not going to use the old one. Let me try it out, the new wizard, how it looks. So just a one page task basically. So in one page, you just enter everything and click on launch instance. So earlier we need to just click on next like a wizard, but right now they simplified it. So now let me give a name here. So I'm going to give Eclipse Jifa demo. So this is my name, and I'm going to select Ubuntu flavor, because Ubuntu comes with Git. If you're using AWS, you need to separately install Git. And here I'm going to select my instance type as T2 large. So it comes with 2 vCPU and 8 GB of memory. And here I'm going to allow HTTP traffic from the internet, and then I'm going to select my key value pair, which is Terraform, and then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to add, say, 40 GB of storage, and then that's it. I think I'm good with this configuration, and I'm going to click on launch instance. So we are going to leverage my script just to save the time, and then we are going to run the Gradle tasks and Gradle build. Then we can launch the Docker compose. So now let me click on view all instances, and right now nothing is running. Let us wait for a couple seconds. Okay, now we got the public IPv4 address. So just copy this. So now I'm going to launch my terminal, and then we are going to make use of the installation script. So all the links, it will be available in the description, so please check it out. So now let me just go to my relevant folder where I have the AWS secrets. So now I'm going to SSH-i, and then I'm going to use my Terraform PM, and the username is Ubuntu at the IP address. So just hit enter and enter yes, and just hit enter. So now we are going to download, or you can just simply run directly using one single command, but it is always best practice to download and review and execute your script. Now I'm going back to the browser, and let us copy and paste this installation script. So I'm going to click on raw, and then I'm going to copy this. Now let us go back to the terminal, and we can just enter and redirect to install _ jifa.sh. So now in our home directory, you can see install _ jifa.sh. So now let us change the execution mode to this particular file. So here you need to use sudo because we are going to install, so we need elevated privileges. So we are going to use sudo sh and then install jifa.sh. So this will update, install Node.js, Docker and dependencies, and then npm and Java. Now let us wait for the installation to be completed. I think it will take a couple of minutes, and then we can verify all the versions, whether it is properly installed or not. Okay, now the installation has been completed. Now let us verify one by one. First let us verify Java version. So it should be Java 11. And then next we will verify Node.js version. So Node.js -v. So we have 10.19.0, and then npm, again npm -v. And then for the Docker we need to issue sudo. So sudo docker version. I think it is just version, I guess, sudo docker version. And then let me clear my screen, and sudo docker compose version. So this also, it is installed properly. So now the next step is to see the Jifa repository. So I think it is not installed. I think it is installed in the root. So let us just clone it again. So git clone, and then https github.com/eclipse/jifa. Okay, now we have the Jifa also here. So now let me go inside Jifa, and here you can see there are a lot of folders, and Gradle W. So that's a wrapper. So this Gradle W will be very helpful to if you want to build the repo. So now we are going to see the tasks. So how many tasks that particular Gradle has. So let me issue sudo. I don't think sudo is required here. So let me just issue Gradle W, and then hit tasks. So this will again start the daemon of Gradle, and then it will just executing the tasks. It will build basically. Then it will display how many tasks it has. So then you can just review it, and then you can choose whichever tasks make sense to you. To build Jifa, you have to use build Jifa task. I will show you where it will display, but this will take some time. So it will not be very quick. Sometimes it will take a couple of minutes or more than that. So you have to wait till the build is success. Okay, now the Gradle tasks command is now complete. Now if you just scroll up, you can see the list of tasks. And if you just a little scroll up, you can see the build Jifa tasks. So under build Jifa task, we have two tasks, build Jifa and build worker. So build Jifa will build all the components, master, worker and front end. So this is what we need. And if you want to just worker and front end, then you can build worker. But build Jifa will have all the enterprise features. So now we are going to use Gradle W. Let me clear my screen. And we are going to use the build Jifa. So this command also take some time, even though it will be very fast in the initial, but when it comes to build Jifa component building, it will take more time. For me, it took at least, previously it took around 5 to 7 minutes. So let us wait for that. I'm going to fast forward this video. Okay, now the build is successful. It completed in 3 minutes 17 seconds. Actually, it was earlier, I was able to build it. It went up to 7 minutes. So this time it is pretty quick. So let me clear my screen, and if you just list the directory, you can see the artifacts. So this is the artifacts. We will be using it in our deployment pattern. So now let me clear my screen, and let us go to deploy folder, and inside deploy folder we will have a default pattern. So this is the list of patterns you can see. So here we have the deploy Jifa, demo.sql, Docker Compose, and Nginx. So now let me just cat the Docker Compose. So here you can see it is building images, master, front end, and database, and also for the worker. So here you can just review, and if you want to map some other volumes or change some port, you can do it here. But I'm not going to do anything. So instead, let us cat the deploy jifa.sh. So here we are building Docker Compose build command and Docker Compose up command. So we are going to make some changes here. So I'm going to open this and edit the last command. I am going to add -d, so daemon. So it will run in a background process. So now let me just sudo. You have to install. You have to add a sudo command and sh and deploy jifa.sh. So this will build the images from the compose file, and then it will start the images. It will start the containers. So after everything is done, you can see the port numbers and other details when you type docker ps command. So we are going to wait till everything completes. Okay, now all the containers are up and running. So just to verify, let us enter sudo docker ps. So here you can see there are 4 containers. One is for Nginx, OpenJDK for the master, OpenJDK for the worker, and MySQL. So now you can see the port number 8089 for the Nginx, and SQL is running 3306, and the master is running at 9102, and worker is running at 8102. So now we are going to launch this particular Nginx front end in the AWS. So now since it's binding to all the interfaces, we should be able to open the IP address of the AWS instance. Now let us go back to the browser, and let us click on the open address. So here just click on open address. So now it will map to 80 port number, so we don't need, and also HTTPS. So just let me clear the yes from the protocol, and let us enter 8089 and hit enter. So now because Nginx is running at 8089, so we have to use 8089. So I think it will not work. Let me try again. Let us copy this, and let us open it in the incognito mode. So as I mentioned, right, it is not launching because we have to set the right inbound rules. So now let us close this, and let us open the security section of your instance, and click on the security group. So here you can see right now the port is open for the SSH and HTTP. Since we are using Docker, we need to open the respective port. Just for the demonstration purpose, I'm going to add a rule for all the traffic, but do not use this for your production purpose. You have to always limit the inbound rules. And I'm going to select anywhere IPv4, and I'm going to click on save rules. So now if I go back to the same IP address :8089, you can see the Jifa UI. So this is the home page of Jifa, which is still loading. So give it a moment. So now as you see at the top left, we have the 3 options: heap dump analysis, GC log analysis, and thread dump analysis. And also you can click on each option, and then you can see the respective upload file option. Top right, you can see the language and feedback and the logo. So now let us upload the heap dump analysis. So just select on heap dump and click on add heap dump. And here you will get 5 different options. There are 5 different where you can upload the sources. Upload locally. So this will, as usual, typical way of uploading a file. If you want to upload it from S3 bucket or OSS, URL or SCP. So you can use various options here to upload your file. So now I have some dummy generated GC dump. So now let me go to my JITs and Eclipse Jifa. So here I will have some dummy dummy heap dumps. So here I'm going to upload the this one. So this is the dump from the JMeter. So I'm going to open, and so right now it is uploading the heap dump. So let us wait for a couple seconds and then let us see how it is displaying the options and other features. Okay, now the upload is complete, and if you see here in your home page, you can see the entry, and here there are various options like copy file name, rename, and then set file as shared, download, and delete. So now to begin your analysis, you have to click on this analysis button, and this will display the options. If you just hover over your mouse, you can see the detailed description. So here you can just keep unreachable objects yes, and then strictness we can say permissive, and click on confirm. So now this will start the analysis and it will display the statistics. So now analysis complete. As you see, the overview page, the left side, leak suspects, GC routes, everything. So all these details, if you are familiar with Eclipse Mat, you can see similar information here. And at the right side, you can see the inspector, and then where you can search using the object address, and also you can it will list out the attributes, statistics, statics, and value. So now if you just click on each tab here, you can see the relevant information. And dominated tree again, you can select by class, class loader, package, object, histogram, unreachable objects. So everything it will display over here. So it is very similar to Eclipse Mat. So this is how the heap dump analysis will work. So if you want to know, or if you want to learn more about how you can identify the performance issues, you can watch my previous videos. Now let me go back to the home page, and let us upload the thread dump. So just click on a thread dump and click on add thread dump. Again, repeat the steps. So here also I have the sample thread dump. So once it is uploaded successful, you just click on analyze. So this will analyze your thread dump, and it will display the details. So here it will display the operating system details, VM information, thread summary, monitor, call site tree, everything it will get display. You can just expand it. You can see the charts, pie chart. Similarly, you can expand all the options, and then you can explore it yourself. So now let us upload the GC log. So GC log, again, click on GC log, click on add button, and upload your GC log here. So this is my sample GC log. So these are the GC activities. So if you want to analyze your GC activities, this is one of the best way. And here it will propose the suggestions. It will list out the problems and also the suggestions. So in this particular GC event, I triggered it full GC manually. That is why it is saying full GC happened, and it is saying suggestions. And similarly, full GC happened, and check the causes for the full GCs. And if you just keep scrolling, you can see the basic info, KPIs, and also if you go to the graphs, you can see the graphical view of your GC activities. So it is very very informative, and it will be you can easily pinpoint the issues. And of course, you need these skills. I have already created multiple videos. Please go ahead and check it out. And here the GC cause and phase. So you can see full GC, young GC, heap dump, metadata. So everything you can see in a detailed table, and also as well as in the pie chart. And if you click on GC detail, you can see the log. So this is our actual GC activities. And here you can filter out. So this is another neat feature they implemented, and also the GC cause filter and log time, pause time, etc. So say I want to say how many milliseconds it has passed. So whatever more than 10, then it will display those records. So very helpful. Definitely you can check it out. Jifa. Mainly it is web-based application. You can securely upload from multiple sources. So instead of taking dump manually and keeping across multiple systems and just sharing it with your colleagues, because heap dump, right, it has sensitive information. So we should not keep in our local system. It should be properly secured, and once the analysis is done, we have to properly archive or delete. So I hope this particular video is very helpful. So please try Jifa on your own. Definitely you will learn a lot and definitely will be very helpful. And I forgot to mention one thing. So here there is a button called release. So what it will do is it will release the worker. So based on your workload, it will just distribute the analysis tasks to the respective different worker machines, right? So if you are analyzing one analysis file, then it will be allocated to one worker. But once your analysis is done, you can also release it by clicking on this button. So if you just click on release and click on confirm, then that particular worker will be released. So this is how the release feature works. So that's it guys on my side. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching and have a good day. Thank you.
If you like my dad's videos, please subscribe to QA Insights channel.